Hello and welcome to this video. Without further ado, let's make this playlist. You're going to receive an email from the pastoral office or from me if they sent it to me and then I forward it to you. But generally you get it from the pastoral office and it should have the order of worship as well as the drive that contains all the information. So there'll be a Word document with all the liturgy and there'll be a link to the drive with all the information that you should need to make this happen. Clicking on that link, it will open up the drive and you'll be able to see children's activities, the liturgy for the visuals, any notices that the pastor wishes to mention, as well as 2 splash screens usually come through, and one for the guys on Zoom and one for us. I just download everything and make sure that it's on the system ready to go for when we need it. So you go to Finder, bottom left, and that's going to open up, and downloads, you'll find it and you'll be able to move it once you identify it. Just click on it and spacebar, and then you can hit the X to exit, or you can hit escape, and then you can move that from the downloads into the pictures. So you select pictures, and then you're going to find a lot of other splash screens and pictures that are needed for services, and just drag and drop. Just pick it up, put it in there, and you are done. After that, you want to be looking at the Word document, and it's going to open up, and then you'll be going across to propresenter to get started. Once propresenter opens up, it will open up to your previous session, and then you're going to have to make a new playlist. So you come up to the top left, select the month you're in, hit the little plus icon, and then you'll be able to say that you would like to add a playlist, and then you rename it for the week that's coming up so you don't get confused. And after that you hit enter, and you're going to see at the bottom that there is nothing in the playlist. It's not going to change, but that's normal. You can go to the previous week. You see you got the order of worship, the prelude that's there, and then you can file, import, and it's a PowerPoint that comes through. So you select PowerPoint and you're going to want to choose it. So the dialog box is going to open, and then you're going to go to pictures, find it, you can click on it, and then you should get a preview. In case you don't remember which one it was, you click on it, and there is your preview. Nope, that's not it. Nope, not that one either. And when you find the one that you want, you just hit import, bottom right. You choose which library you should go into. This is preludes and postludes, and then you hit OK. You're going to see the PowerPoint icon bouncing at the bottom as it figures out that this is a PowerPoint file. You're going to see it, and boom, it's in your playlist. You see the yellow triangle? It tells you something's wrong. This is about size. So just reselect the size, 1920 by 1080. Hit OK, and that should be fine. Next thing we're going to be looking at is the Word document. Now you see Pastor Joyce tells you that the things in brackets must not be included, but the first song you see Ancient of Days. Now we don't need the brackets, but we do need the title for our song. If you find that you cannot edit or copy, you just go back to the email, find the Word document, and open in TextEdit. That way that sorts out all your problems, whether it's a subscription problem or whether the document is locked. That will sort out your problems. Come back to TextEdit, you'll find the file again. You want to remove the brackets, select Ancient of Days because we need that for the title. After you've selected Ancient of Days, I like to leave a little gap, and then it's always a good idea to label the different segments of the song. So for instance, that is verse 1, and then a couple lines of a gap because that's how propresenter will know that this is a different section. And then next I'm going to label the chorus, and after that I'm going to be labeling verse 2, and so on and so forth. Before you delete a chorus, you just want to make sure that the words are exactly the same. Sometimes one chorus is different than another chorus. It also helps for you to have gone through the song, like a couple of times on YouTube to get to know it a little bit, and then you can delete it appropriately. This is also a good time to look out for any typos or any things that should be capital that they're not capital. As you can see with this last chorus, you see that last line is repeated. So we realize that we actually have a chorus and a tag. So we can delete the chorus and then just rename the tag. After that, you want to select the entire song and then hit copy, which is Command and C, or right click and copy. Command and C is easier. Come back to propresenter, file, import. Now the text is on the clipboard, and so that's what you select. Verify that the settings are correct, that the slides are a paragraph break and not a line break, otherwise you're going to have many different slides. The resolution 1920 by 1080, that's perfect. Then you'll be looking at your themes. The songs, basically you're going to click themes, Protestant Church in Oman. We'll leave the others there because they're wonderful themes and you can actually learn a lot when you're creating your own. What you're looking to select is Protestant Church in Oman. You're going to see PCO low light, and that's the one we use when we don't want too much bright lights. But for what we're doing today, you want PCO new, and then you go across to template. That is for songs. Readings is for readings, but what you want to be using today is template. You make sure that the library songs, the date is correct. Do not hit import. You want to hit edit. That will open up in the reflow editor, allowing you to make changes. So we have a title slide, and after that on the left hand side you can actually see you have title. The verse 1 has already come through. As you can also see, the chorus has already been labeled. This makes life much easier, as well as in verse 2. So you go through the song, take a look at it, see the changes that need to be made, make sure that all is correct, especially the phraseology. You don't want to have like amazing grace, how, and then a different line. After that you import and you look at the song, make sure it's there. One of the other things I really like to do is to have clear slides. So bottom left, add a new slide after you select where you want to put it, and then you want to have a clear slide because you don't want the picture to remain when you're trying to put the words in because of the layers. Propresenter is in layers, so it can keep the picture while the words are coming on, and you don't really want that. Back to the song we're working on. You've got Ancient of Days, the title slide, and you're gonna want another slide because we need a blank slide so that when we want nothing displayed, we have a blank slide. Then that should work. You'll notice I only put this title for clear. I didn't put any actions because it's not needed right now. After that, we want to look to edit. So as we click on it, we can see that we have a couple of orphans as well, like the word all there is by itself. The word remains is also by itself. So we want to look at sorting that out. So we go up across to the edit tab, we hit edit. Then this is going to open our edit section. One click on this slide, single click, is going to select the entire box. So you can edit the entire text. You can edit the color, you can edit the text size. Then you click the text tab, and that will open up the options you've got. Right now we want to reduce the size to see how we can make it flow more natural to the eye. So reducing the text to about 85, 86. That seems to work just fine. You will notice sometimes even though you've made changes to the slide, the thumbnail remains the same. That's a minor glitch with propresenter. Don't let it bother you too much. You can also go up to reflow editor when you see that there's too many words on a slide. So you look at the slide you want to change, click on where you want the new slide to begin, and then click insert slide break. And that will change it. Now you will see that on the right hand side Once again, the propresenter glitch will stop the thumbnail from changing. That said, the output does change. Yes, you can just go through them and click on them and verify that the changes you made are actually happening on the output. Once this is complete, we're going to be looking at verse 2, and whatever size or reflow edits you see fit, you just go ahead and make the changes as we did before. So you can also go back to the reflow editor, insert new slides, and just make it look easier. And also considering the fact that when we are broadcasting, we don't want too many words on the slide. Otherwise, on the broadcast, it covers up the entire picture, and so that's sometimes not the best. Come back to the show, you'll see that it hasn't changed even though you've made the changes, because propresenter expects you to actually select the slide after you've made the changes, so it doesn't mess you up halfway through a service. As you know, we have to go to the arrangement because we have to add a new arrangement, because a song is not just verse 1, chorus, verse 2, verse 3, and tag. So I make a new arrangement, I call it standard, hit enter, that'll be okay. And then you can move the chorus to after verse 2, and then add another chorus after verse 3. So those choruses we were deleting before is because when you come to the arrangement, you add them. Then it will just flow, next slide, next slide, next slide, which is great, especially if you're going to run other programs that are changing the slides like Ableton. Coming back to the document, next we're looking at the prayer of confession, and it's a very similar thing. You're removing the brackets, and then you're going to select the text, and then you're going to go put a few lines in between so that it knows that it's not one slide. Command C, that copies, come back to propresenter, file, import text from clipboard, and there you have it. Make sure that this is correct. Now this is not a song, so the library will have to be changed to liturgy. And once again, don't hit import, hit edit. Prayer of confession, we don't need the title. You can see the little yellow triangle. So if you hover over the triangle, you get to see what the problem is, and in this case it just has to do with resizing. You can change it, but be careful. Sometimes when you change the theme here, it changes the theme even in the show. So you want to just leave the theme as it is here and only make the reflow edits as to the slides you want. And then after you've imported it and you've added a new version, after you click on it here, prayer of confession, then you click on it here, then you're going to go up to the top left, and then you're going to edit the theme. That way it will only edit the theme for only this selection, because we want it more justified, and then some more words will also fit. So PCO new, readings, so as soon as we click it, it becomes justified, not on the output, but only on the slide. If you click on the slide, then you see the output changes to justified. As you see, everything fits, but we have to change the color, so go back to edit, text color. Remember, single click is all of the text, double click allows you to highlight the text you want to change its color, and that's perfect. The confession is in. Beautiful. If the preview has not changed, don't worry, the output will change. You can also search things. So if you see on the top left, you got the search icon. You just hit the little magnifying glass and then you type in what you're looking to search. In Christ Alone, like one of the songs is for this week. And she's going to look for it. And once she finds it, just drag it from that point to the far left into your playlist. And boom, it's in. I like to clear the search bar and then exit by clicking anywhere. I like to click on a blank place for obvious reasons, and it's in. Verify the songs are the same. Now looking at the reading, highlight and copy where the reading is from. Command C, come back to propresenter, select Bible at the top, Command V, which will paste it. And there you have it. Enter. And there it is. You can make minor edits. I'm not going to go through that. You can make the edits for the sentences or all that. And adding this is a word of the Lord, that's pretty straightforward. Just copy it from a previous week. Save it to a playlist. The playlist you're looking for that you created earlier on right at the start of the video. You will not see it unless you press show. So you click on show and then you'll be able to see that it has actually been added. Otherwise it stays in the Bible mode, which is great if that's what you're trying to do, but if you want to make sure it's there, that's what you need to do. Last but not least, you add some headers so that you know where you are in the service. So just hit the plus icon, add the header, rename it, put it where you want, select the color that you want for it. You can choose any color and put the headings wherever will make your workflow easier. I usually use about 3 or 4. One at the service start, one with the scripture reading, and possibly one with the announcements, because sometimes the announcements can be done earlier or later. So I like to try to be ready for whatever changes can happen. To rename the header, you just right click on it and select rename, and you can rename it. To change the actual color on the header itself, you just hit the gear icon and then you can make the changes to the color by selecting the color tab. Right, after you have the tabs exactly where you want them, the last thing you're going to have to do is to export the playlist. Basically, because you're making it on one computer, but you're going to use it on another computer, so you're going to export the playlist so you take it to church. So, file, export the playlist. Choose where you want it to go, a place where you're going to remember. So I usually put it on the desktop and change the name to PCO or whatever it is that you're going to remember to find it. And then I hit enter. And the playlist is exported, ready for me to put it on a flash drive or even email it. And when you do get there and you do put it in the other computer that's also running propresenter, you'll be able to just import it and use it. As you can see, the playlist itself is not that big. If you wish to email it, it's really, you see the size is very small. It's a matter of less than 10 megabytes usually. Today is 9 megabytes, so no problem at all. You could just export it, and you can even email it if you are not able to go to church for whatever reason. Thank you for watching, and I hope this works out great.